Hello, welcome aboard. It's Walter here, and we're going to talk a little bit about trading psychology right now. We know that there's three things that are involved with consistent profitable trading. One is to have a trading system that you've built your confidence up in and you know works and it fits your beliefs about the market. Two is to have your risk management rules set up so that you can achieve the goals that you're trying to set out to achieve as a trader. And three, you have your mindset right. And that's what I want to talk about right now is the mindset because, and we'll talk a lot about mindset in week 5 of the Small Account Big Profits course. You can get information by clicking the link below or above this video to get more info on that. So this is a funny story. So I went, when I was dating my wife, we went on we had decided that we're going to go on this big hike, and it was down in Tasmania. And we got all the gear, we got hiking shoes and all the stuff, planned it out, everything. We got in the water. We had to get a ride into this was before Uber, and we had to get a ride into where we were going. We had to bring our water in because you couldn't get any water where we were going, and our tents and all that stuff. Anyway, everything was set up right for this grand adventure. We hiked over the mountain down to the other side. It took about a day to where we were going to, set up camp. Horrible weather. And we both looked at each other. Our tent was leaking. We said, that's it. We're done. So instead of spending like a week there, like we had planned, instead, I had a really good month that month. And so that was our big, I like to reward myself of a good trading month. And that was one of the big things we're going to do is we're going to do this big hiking trip. We're going to spend more time down there, but the big event was the hiking trip. Anyway, so didn't happen, right? And we had to hike out there the next day, and because we just both decided it wasn't for us, and we ended up staying at this really nice resort. And I'll never forget because the guy asked me 3 times at the front desk. He said, "What's your number plate? What make and model of the car are they?" Because nobody hikes into this resort, right? It's in the middle of nowhere. It's beautiful. It was great. We went out and went on boat rides. You can sign up for different things, activities. We went on boat rides, and the captain of the boat got us a bunch of oysters and things like that. It was great, but it wasn't the adventure we had signed up for. And the reason why I bring this up is that the same thing happens with trading. As traders, there are things that come up, and I want to talk about 3 of them right now that we don't think a lot about when we first start trading, but they become really important. And these recurring themes crop up. These themes like feeling like you're hooked on trading. For example, some traders will tell me, I just take trades even though I shouldn't. I have my systems. I know what I should do. But then I read something or I see someone's signals or whatever, and I get in on that too, and I overtrade. That's usually related to your reward center in your brain. And it's a dopamine circuit that gets activated. And there are great ways to get around that. For example, you can use a trading accountability partner, someone you talk to every week. Just knowing that you're going to have someone go over your trades every week can really affect you. So that's a great way to do that. Or you have a certain number of bullets that you can shoot, bullets as in trades. So let's say you can only shoot 3 trades a day or 1 trade a day or whatever it is. And so after you shoot those bullets, that's it. And on the weekend, you talk to your trading accountability partner and make sure that they hold you accountable for the things that you're trying to do. Or you might want things to be perfect. I had a lot of this going on when I first started trading. Spent more than 4 years trying to get it right, trying to start making money at this stuff. 4.25 years, but who's counting? And I wanted every trade to be perfect. I focused too much on trying to increase my win rate when I should have focused more on the math behind making money. And once I let go of trying to be right, that made things easier because, there aren't a whole lot of fairy tales out there about traders. If you look and dig into the stories that traders have, you'll almost always find the same story, which goes something like this. Trader starts out, trader learns that trading is a great thing from somebody, that a friend of theirs, or someone takes them under their wing, and then trader makes a big mistake, and trader loses lots of money, and trader swears he or she will never do that again. That's a very, very common theme. Look at any of the Market Wizards books. You'll see that throughout there. where the market wizards all have sort of a similar story of, taking big risks, losing money, and then vowing they'll never do that again? Or what about when things don't go well? Let's say you have a losing streak. Even if you have, say, like a 40% win rate, and you know that it's likely that you are going to have 5 or 6 trades losses in a row. That's very common with a 40% win rate strategy. Well, if you've done that, you might start to feel a bit triggered, or like start catastrophizing and thinking that it's not going to work. I'm never going to leave my job. I can't make this work. It's never going to, I'm keep losing money. I can't keep paying for my trading out of my, salary or whatever. It's not getting me anywhere. When really the reality is, instead of catastrophizing and letting this thing snowball emotionally in your head, which we all do, look at it logically. I am trading a 39% win rate strategy or whatever it is. What's the likelihood that a 39% win rate strategy will have 6 losing trades in a row? I see. Very likely, for example. You can use the risk calculator. I've talked about it in other videos. You can go and click on the link in one of the other videos that has the risk calculator. You can calculate that out and see how obviously, how likely that is that you would see that many losers in a row. Feeling overwhelmed is another one that comes up. So, you blow something out of proportion. It's kind of like catastrophizing, but just feeling like there's too many things to do. So we just chunk it down. So how do you add a new system to your repertoire? Well, you back test it in a simulator like Forex Tester. You get your numbers. You figure out what the risk should be for that, given what the goals are for that strategy. You forward test it with the demo account, right? Then you move it on to a small money account, then maybe a medium size account, and then maybe a standard size account. By the time you push it through all that, you'll know if you trade it well. That's a pretty simple process that I suggest a lot of traders go through. And the ones that do actually spend time doing that, they actually do quite well typically, or at least they know not to use the strategy, right? Which is just as well. So I just wanted to let you know that although trading can be difficult, and there isn't really a job that parallels trading in that you get paid for making decisions. You don't get paid for spending time doing something or selling widgets or whatever. You get paid from making decisions. So there's a real temptation to try and make a lot of decisions and overdo it, especially when you've had a lot of losers in a row or a lot of winners in a row. Either way, when you get in those streaks, that's when we have to watch out for making mistakes. So, and I'm sure you probably noticed that as well. So that's why keeping a journal and keeping your thoughts is really cool. Can keep you on top of things as well when you do that. So that's another helpful thing to do. If you'd like to join us in Small Account Big Profits course, where we take a small account and build it up, you can click the link below this video or above. Otherwise, I'll see you around. We'll see you in another video. Have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you later. Bye.